What's up, production crew? Knab Productions here, where I'll put you guys in the director's seat, and welcome to the very first ever podcast. So I'm here with my good friend, Rochelle.
Hello, kids.
So she and I have had this idea for, what would you say, Rochelle, about, good lord, 2-3 years now, or something like that?
We kind of toyed with the idea of it, but I don't think we really started becoming like, yeah, we really need to do this until maybe like 9-12 months ago.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think that was kind of getting towards the end of when I was doing YouTube videos every night at 8 o'clock, Monday through Friday, blah, blah, blah. Got burnt out with that, and then started talking and playing games online with you again. I'm like, you know what? That'd be a lot of fun. We should do this.
Oh, yeah, and we have tons of banter back and forth.
Oh, God, yeah. So this could be nothing but glorious, in my opinion.
It very well could be. Oh, show.
I mean, I'm saying it's going to be pretty great. Now, let me tell you what, crew. We're going to have all types of fun things we're going to talk about. We'll have special guests, whether it's some of the guys that you've heard in some of my videos before. I'll bring in family members. We'll bring in, who knows? Maybe we'll find a celebrity to join us on our chat one time and just have a conversation. You don't know. We don't know. This is the very first impromptu podcast, so there's no flow, there's going to be no schedule. We're just going to talk, we're going to bullshit a little bit about just anything and everything, and just be as real as possible, only giving our opinions. We're not going to be doing any fact checking or messing around with any garbage like that, so if you don't think we're right, just deal with it. We're just saying our opinions, and that's how it's going to be. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
And you know what this needs more of?
What's this?
Cowbell.
Oh, we need more cowbell. Oh my! You know what?
Need more cowbell.
You know what? Oh, I have one downstairs. You're lucky it's not here. I was gonna bang the heck out of it. I would have, and I would have added more cowbell to this. So
that'll be for next time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you have to remind me because I will forget about these little details. So tell us a little bit about yourself. So who is Rochelle?
I'm a Capricorn. I like long walks on the beach. Hey. Watch it, sir. Let's see. About me. I live in Oregon, which is nowhere near where Mr. Knab Productions lives.
That's right.
Yeah. I love the beach. Very family oriented. Have 2 cats. Love all animals. Enjoy playing games, all sorts of games, movies, music. I'm a pretty vanilla type person, if it boils down to it.
Right
yeah.
On. Now, do you live close to beach up there?
About. See, if you ask someone that lives in Oregon, they're never going to tell you how many miles away they live from whatever location you're trying. So it's all about the hours. I'm about an hour and 45 minutes away from the beach, the mountains, any camping that you could ever imagine. So yeah, Pacific Northwest, right in my back.
Yeah, so you're right in the middle of you have all the good stuff and things. You can do whatever the heck you want, basically, and get best of both worlds.
Pretty much, yeah. I live just outside of Portland, so it's like right on the border between Washington and Oregon, and so definitely more north and south towards California.
Gotcha, perfect. Now, what's your? You don't have to say exactly where you work or anything like that. But what is your field right now? What are you doing for a career currently?
I work for a dental company in the billings and claims department.
Very, very nice. And how's that going?
It's going great. I've only been there like about a month and a half-ish, and it's going great. It's a wonderful environment to work in. Great people, learning lots. I've been with a company in an actual office for about 12 and a half years and decided I was ready for a change. So I went to our admin office, and that's where I do all the billings and claims and take payments and listen to angry people complain about why their insurance didn't cover this. It's amazing.
Oh man, I mean, you talk to some of the most interesting folk out there, don't you?
Oh yes, all walks of life.
Oh.
and they are, willing to tell you their story, whether it be good, bad, or ugly.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you guys a little bit about me. Most of you guys know who I am. So I live here in Cincinnati, Ohio. We don't really have beaches unless you have something at a lake, which the lake is really nothing to scoff at or by any means whatsoever. I don't know if I like long walks on the beach. I can get pretty irritated with all the sand at times, but it's okay. It's okay. It's really not bad. I do love the beach. I do. We just don't have one conveniently to here. I guess you threw it out there. I'm a Scorpio. What's up? I guess that means I'm the bad guy of the star charts or whatever.
You're actually, it's surprising to me that we get along so well, because usually Scorpios are very intense people, and I'm not so much like, I kind of don't want intense people in.
Well, that is surprising as hell considering how intense I can be. And you know this.
Yes. Of course I know this. How long have we been friends? What, 15 years?
Yeah, 15 years. And literally, there are times I can tell you just get quiet, like, oh God, I pissed her off. I said something, and shit has hit the fan, and here we go. But
yeah, pretty much.
It's been, God, 15 years. It's been a long time.
And I don't know if they know this. I mean, they probably could have guessed because of the distance, but we have never physically met.
That is right. We've never met. Holy cow, 15 years.
15 years.
And we've never met. But you don't need to meet someone to have a good friendship, a good connection with somebody. I feel as we have good, many things that we have in common just through our likes and gaming and loving to talk with people and stuff like that. It's good enough for me. It works.
Absolutely. Well, clearly for 15 years it's worked.
15 years. I feel like there was a time, though, within the 15 years where we kind of talked like every so often, like every couple months. We just, Facebook message or send a text out or something like that. But it wasn't until, what did you say, about 9 months ago, like you had said earlier, we really started talking again and going again and whatnot?
Yeah, probably, a good year at least.
My God, as the time flies. So what are you drinking tonight? What do you got?
I am drinking Ocean Spray, 100% no sugar added cranberry.
Ooh, no sugar added. So this is like the healthy stuff, huh?
Well, kind of. I mean, I guess it's not adding sugar, but it's a high sugared fruit. According to the label.
It's all natural sugar from fruits, basically, is what that is. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it says it contains 100% juice. Although, as I'm reading the bottom of this, so you're like, okay, 100% cranberry juice. But I don't think that's true, because the ingredients list cranberry juice, grape juice, apple juice, pear juice, and natural flavor. So how can it be 100% cranberry juice if it does have grape, apple, and pear in it? That's my question.
I don't know. I don't do that. I'm not in the industry. I want nothing to do with that stuff.
It tastes good, and I ran out of Sprite, which I'm really sad about, because I could have added some Sprite to that.
Yeah, I feel like Sprite is good with anything, especially if you ever had a beer with Sprite. So I learned this from our foreign exchange student that lived with my family when I was a kid. His father in Japan introduced us to a Japanese beer, and he adds Sprite to it. It is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I'm not a beer fan. I know. Gasp. Living in the Pacific Northwest. Gasp. I understand. We've got great breweries out here.
But I'll tell you what, try it sometime, adding the Sprite. Do half and half, and you will be surprised how much not like a beer it tastes.
I might give it a whirl. I'm a little skeptical.
Well, why don't you, maybe when I come out, that'll be the first drink we have, and I'll make mine a beer and Sprite, and you can try mine, and if you hate it, you don't have to do anything with it.
Perfect. Okay. I like that idea.
Done and done. Okay, so I'm drinking. I have a little tiny glass of UDF eggnog. I have another whiskey glass full of my home-brewed mead, a summer mead with the little orange tinge. So I have my alcohol, my eggnog. And then I have a very large glass of 9.5 pH alkaline ionized water to protect my stomach from all this garbage I'm about to drink.
Yeah, you're going pretty hard there on a Thursday evening.
Well, this is our first podcast. So tomorrow for me...
Need some liquid courage.
I do, yeah, well, yeah, absolutely. Do we ever need courage, you and I? We just talk. We just do it. There's no courage needed ever. But
oh my gosh.
But as you guys all know, I sell dog and cat food to veterinarians. That's my job. That's what I do. So tomorrow is a like an office day conference call, updating goals and all that type of stuff. So I do work from home, but most of the time I'm out on the road meeting the veterinarians. So tomorrow I get to be home, so that's why I'm drinking tonight, because I'll be here anyways. My calls don't start till like, I don't know, 10:30 to 11 o'clock, so I can sleep in a little bit after I can take care of the kids and all that, so it's not a big deal.
Awesome.
So that is very nice, yes. So, where did we meet?
Where did we meet?
Where did we meet? And I have every urge in the world to call you Pupps.
That's okay. You can if you
all
want.
the time, yeah. But we don't want to get into that. We want to figure something else for this podcast. That's a completely different thing. So I'll let you explain that. I don't want to take your thought.
Okay. So we met in a wonderful game called World of Warcraft.
Thank you, Marshall Rep.
Yes. Well, how did I get into it? Let me think. Oh, I used to play EverQuest, right?
Uh-huh.
And then when World of Warcraft came out, family friends. So my dad played, and I think one or both of my brothers played. I'm the oldest of four, so I have two younger brothers. And I believe they played EverQuest with my father and I. And then we had some family friends that played. And then met a group of people, because that's what you normally do when you play an online game. You meet some people to hang out with.
That's right.
And all of them ended up going to World of Warcraft when it came out. And I had just graduated college. So I was like in between trying to find a job and like, finishing up, moving back home. And I want to say it probably wasn't until, so I think World of Warcraft came out like November. I don't think it was.
I honestly don't remember.
Spring. I think it was until like spring that we actually like met, because I was hanging out with my EverQuest people for a while.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, that's where we met. I think I met you through Marshall.
It was through Marshall, because you guys were in a guild together at the time. So
yes.
I remember exactly where I was when he introduced me. I was at his brother's house. He was living in his brother's basement at the time. I was all about the PlayStation games, the NCAA football. Like, that's what I played, right? And then he's like, oh, you guys see this? And he showed me his Orc Warrior at the time. And he was like, let me show you, this is how you do it. And he totally got his ass kicked. It was hilarious. I'm like, well, is that how it's supposed to go? He's like, no, it's not supposed to go that way. He didn't really say that, but, I'm just over-exaggerating a little bit. But he showed me that, and from then on, I played on his account for a little bit to, like, level 36 on a human warlock is my very, 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 very first character named Gulron. And it wasn't until I got my own account set up where I got my actual first character, which was Kime, my rogue. And you were in, what was it, Provoked Prophets, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And Marshall and Casey and a couple other people were all kind of running in that circle of yours. And when I came in with Marshall, that's how I met you, with you guys.
Yeah, it's crazy how that happened, because I ended up meeting Matt.
Uh-huh.
And his brother used to play, him and his brother would play with Casey. They had played, I think, some other game other than World of Warcraft. That's kind of how they met.
Was that Loverly?
And then, yes,
oh, man.
Yeah, shout out to him. And then, and then him and Marshall were friends, and then it just kind of tripped.
Wow. Long time. I mean, if I go back and think the people that I've met through this game, so I've met a ton of people through the game, like you and other people that I've just talked to that I know. But my buddy Adam up in Wisconsin, I actually met him, became friends doing PvP and WoW. I think it was during Burning Crusade, and went to Wisconsin to meet him and hung out, went skiing. We became best friends. He was at my wedding, all that good jazz. It was pretty fantastic. And there's a couple other people that I met here and there. I met like my good friend Ashley at Ohio State when I went there through World of Warcraft, and a couple of other people through it that I don't talk anymore. But I mean, primarily, you are the one person I talked to probably the most, then Adam, then probably Ashley, who I met through the game. And I never would have met you guys at all otherwise. You know, it just wouldn't be a thing.
Yeah, you got to thank Marshall for that.
Oh, exactly. The funny thing is, when I think about it, like, Marshall is friends with a lot of my friends through him meeting them when he came here and lived with me, with Ohio State together and all that jazz. But I didn't meet any of you guys if it wasn't for Marshall introducing me to the game. So that's crazy.
It's crazy.
That's right. Absolutely. So, here's my thoughts. So we're starting this podcast. We're going to start doing some other stuff, finding topics to talk about. As you guys can hear, we're just kind of introducing ourselves, how we met, things like that. We don't really have, like I said before, a flow or any clue of what the hell we're actually going to talk about. So tell me, Rochelle, if you were to pick something to talk about tonight, what would be your topic of choice? It's your pick. Ladies first.
Ladies first. Yes. Well, seeing as it's close to the holiday season,
yes.
You know, Christmas is always fun.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you usually do for Christmas? Like, what's your traditional family Christmas stuff?
So now it's kind of flipped back and forth. We switch, you know, for this year was Thanksgiving with my family and then Christmas with Stephanie's family. And then next year it'll be flipped over. Thanksgiving her family, Christmas with my family. And we kind of flip things back and forth, you know, to get some, I guess, fairness within the family, we'll call it.
Right.
This year, like I said, is Christmas down at her parents' house in North Carolina. So we're going down there with the two kids. And there should be, good Lord, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 kids there. Plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 adults, maybe more.
Wow. It's a good group.
It is a big group. It's a very fun group. It's a very loud group, but we always have a good time. We always have a good time. So that's what we're doing. We're taking the week of Christmas, leaving the Monday, because I know Steph has to work on Monday. And then that evening, because the kids, the 8-month-old, we wanted to sleep in the car on the drive down. We're leaving that Monday, and then we'll come back probably that next Saturday. But that's what we're doing for the holiday season. What about yourself? What are you doing?
Well, usually we do my mom's side of the family. See, I'm not married or have a significant other yet, so I don't really have to deal with the every other holiday thing, which is great. But my mom usually hosts Christmas Eve and does her side of the family. I'm very fortunate in the fact that the majority of my extended family, aunts, uncles, grandmas, whatnot, all live relatively close. So anytime we get together for the holidays, it's a big group of people, because now all the grandkids are getting married and having kids and all that stuff. So that just adds to the mix. But anyway, I digress. Christmas Eve, we do my mom's side of the family at their house, and then Christmas morning we kind of do our little family Christmas with my siblings and my parents, and then my nephew. And then in the afternoon on Christmas Day, we do my dad's side of the family, either at my aunt and uncle's or my grandma's house. And I think we're doing it at grandma's. I just got off the phone with her last night, and I think she had confirmed that we are doing it at her house. So it's a 24-hour whirlwind of Christmas, and it's exhausting, but fun. And I've been doing it forever, so it would seem weird not to.
Right. Well, let's talk about that topic, since you're going to bring it up so eloquently here. So family and exhaustion and holidays and all of that stuff. So what I want to know down in the comments, if you guys get a chance to, go ahead and put down in the comments what you guys are doing for the holiday season, whether you celebrate Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever you guys celebrate. Tell me about your holiday experience with your family, and let Rochelle and I know, and we'll have maybe some content we can bring up here for next time, and we can bring up some of your stuff and answer any questions you might have. But so family, and exhaustion. There's the age-old thing that I know. I grew up in a very traditional family, so when we go around the in-laws, quote-unquote, there was never anything I noticed growing up within my immediate family of like, oh God, we're going to this family. Oh God, we're going to this family. Each family had its own uniqueness about it, but I didn't know any better as a kid. But now, being grown up, obviously, you're like, oh God, we'll have to go here and have to do this. and dear God, this is going to happen, and this person's going to be there. You know, there's a little bit of love, a little bit of animosity, you know, different things. But, you know, I think it changes so much as you get older when you have kids, or just even when you're an adult. It's just, ugh. Oh my God.
It's different perspective, totally different perspective, you know? I mean, I remember having that 2 weeks off around Christmas time as a kid and being like the longest weeks ever.
Yeah.
Just, you know, approaching Christmas. And now as an adult, I'm just like, holy crap, it's in like a week and a half. OMG. Like, how am I going to get everything? And I feel as an adult, I kind of lose the... I don't know, the uniqueness that it was as a child, if that makes sense. You know, I mean, I don't feel like I get to enjoy this season as much because as an adult, I'm working, you know, 8 to 5. I have adulting things to do. And I just end up running out of time to really just like stop and enjoy the season. And I have a almost 6-year-old nephew, and it was really great seeing it through his eyes. But even just as like an adult, I'm kind of sad because I feel like I'm getting gypped out of the holiday season because it's not, I don't know, everybody's in such a hustle bustle to get everything done that it's not, people don't take a step back to enjoy it and the meaning of it and family time. It's, you know, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta spend money, I gotta buy this, I gotta get this done.
Right, yeah.
And I feel people lose the, I don't know, words are gone. But they just lose the whole sentimental of this whole holiday season. No matter what religion you are or whatever, it's definitely family time. And you're trying to like get to an in-laws or get to someone's house, or, you know, it's like 24 hours of craziness in my world. But I would love to just have it be my siblings and just like my little family sometimes, and just hang out at my parents' house and break out the old Nintendo and, you know, just have like pancakes or watch movies and like stay in our pajamas all day long and just enjoy that quality time instead of being in a rush to like get here or get there or get that done, or, you know, I have to be here.
Yeah. I mean, there's something to be said for the taking time to slow down a little bit and enjoy each other, staying inside, not rushing to this, not rushing to that. I completely agree. But I want to go back to something you said, and I think this is a great topic to finish with tonight. Talking about, I can't experience the holiday season the same as I did as when I was younger. Okay, so I think you need to embrace your inner child, Rochelle.
I know.
I mean, think about that. For me, that's like, I remember one year, God, I was in my mid-20s, I want to say, down at my parents' house in North Carolina. And one of the presents I got was literally a remote control off-road monster truck.
That's awesome.
From my mom.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a grown-ass man at this point, right? And I'm like, this is awesome! I'm taking it out, I'm driving around the house, I'm taking it outside, monster trucking around the garden, through, you know, over dog shit, you know, all that stuff. I didn't care. I had a monster truck, it was going to be awesome. But I'll tell you what, that is one of the Christmases that I remember more than any of the other ones. Because you'd pass gifts back and forth, you'd open stuff up, you'd have your pile, they'd have their piles, and you'd clean everything up, you put it up there, you have breakfast, and you go do something or watch football, and that's that. But when I took it back that one year and was able to actually play with a toy, it was amazing. I was like, that's right. That's Christmas. Santa brought me a damn toy, and I play with it all day.
Yeah, but see, I've never really, as far as I can remember, you know, Christmas has always been a huge rush in our family, though, because we do our Christmas morning stuff, and then we had to jet off to grandma's, and I don't want to sound like I'm ungrateful, because a lot of people don't have family or extended family or anything. But, you know, there's just, as an adult, I'm definitely appreciating the quality of time versus the quantity of time that I have with people. You know, the larger the group, it's harder to talk to everybody. But you just gotta take the moments. Like my mom's mom has dementia, and it's something that we've been dealing with for the last year and a half or so. And this whole past year and a half has just made me appreciate the time that I have had with her. And it's a transition and it's hard, but we still have her, and the quality of time that I get to spend with her is ever more so important to me now. And we've always been super close. I mean, it's not something that, now that she's sick that I've been spending more time with her, but she's always lived close, and we've always had a great relationship. And but just the quality of time that I have with not only family but even friends too, because I just had dinner with a friend of mine who I've known since 4th grade, and we have the best time catching up and chatting and whatever, and we'll go a month or two without seeing each other, but as adults we grow and we change, and we realize how important the quality is versus the quantity.
Yeah. No, absolutely. So, I agree 100%, and it makes me feel. I know you talked about your a family member with dementia, and it's really hard to deal with that stuff. I know I have an uncle. He just lost his wife within this past year. This will be his first Christmas season he'll be spending without her. Love you, uncle. Love you to death. Prayers with you and the family. But you really have to go back and think about these individuals that might not have all the blessings or thoughts, or want to be surrounded by gifts and people and enjoy the holiday season. It can be a very dark time for a lot of people.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and so like you said before, we have to count our blessings. There are a lot of people that don't get this, and we are absolutely excited that we get to share our holiday season with the people that we love, which I think is fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, absolutely. So cherish that time.
Absolutely. Cool. Well, hey guys, we've been talking for about 25 minutes or so. We're going to cut this podcast right here. Go ahead down in the comments below. Let us know about your best Christmas that you guys had. Share it with us. We might talk about 2 or 3 of those examples here in the next podcast. But Rochelle, do you have any closing comments?
Nope. Thanks for listening, kids, and happy holidays to you all.
That's right. And we appreciate it, guys, and thank you so much for watching this. And if you like this video, go and jack that like button right in the nose. Don't forget to tell your friends and family about the production crew. And always, this video is a wrap. Thank you, guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.